Is that how you drew it up, with Rasheed coming and flying in and tipping it to him?
You know, that's actually how it's supposed to work. First of all, I just want to say this. I thought our defense did an unbelievable job at the end, holding them to that field goal. And then our kick return team did a really good job of just jumping on the ball, not returning a squib kick to give us some more time. And then, that last drive, our guys just made plays, and our offensive line protected, and that's hard to do when the defensive line has their ears peeled back and they're coming after you. And those guys really blocked well. I thought Tanner really handled himself well. I thought Rasheed Rice played exceptionally hard, and got himself in position to tip that ball to Reggie at the end. And, that's what you do. I mean, that's the kind of situation that we actually practice quite a bit, where you've got to try to work yourself down to at least where you have a chance to throw it in the end zone. And we did. We were fortunate to do that. And then, once we did that, then, who knows what's going to happen. And like I said, Rasheed just battled his ass off and tipped it to Reggie, and Reggie was in the right spot. The rest is history.
Is there a call for that, like a play call, or is it just
Reggie it's Big Ben? It's Big Ben. It's the kind of the typical Hail Mary, but we've got a guy that's deep for the tip, one that's supposed to be shallow for the tip, and then one that's supposed to get the backside tip, and that's where Reggie was. And again, those guys don't play as hard as they possibly can every single play in the game, then you're not in that position to make the play. You know what I mean? And so we made a lot of mistakes, and we didn't play particularly good. And I think a lot of ways we probably got outplayed and probably outcoached today, but we played hard every single play. And it's like I told them, when you do that, you give yourself a chance. And we were very fortunate that, we made a play at the end.
You said you practiced that a lot. How often does that work in practice?
Well, we don't practice it against the defense, so a lot. Yeah, we don't do it much against the defense. We just kind of practice getting in the right position, and we have some guys stand there, but we don't really. It's kind of a dangerous play for guys, so we don't do it live that often.
Could you believe it when it actually worked? Or were you shocked?
Well, no, not at all. I mean, I was just impressed that we had got to that point where we had the chance to throw it in the end zone. You know what I mean? And Tanner did an unbelievable job, broke the pocket, got his feet set, and threw a catchable ball, and those guys just made a play. And so, you practice all those things all the time, and you hope you don't need them, but when you do and you make the play, it's very rewarding. Sometimes you got to win some that you probably don't deserve to win to have a special season, and hopefully that's the way this stuff goes.
How big of a drive was it for Tanner's growth to just come in and kind of orchestrate that for the last 36 seconds?
Well, it was big. I mean, I think it just showed, again, a perseverance and a spirit, and he has to believe in the receivers, and they have to believe in him, and everybody has to believe in each other, and you just got to keep your head down and just keep playing and not worry about what the score is. And we preach it all the time to our guys, and sometimes it's just hard to do that. And it's like I told them, it's going to be a lot of times in their lives, not to get too mushy, but it's going to be a lot of times in their lives where the deck's stacked against them, and you just got to keep plugging. You got to keep your head down and keep doing what you're supposed to do, even when it's hard to do it. And and then you're going to have an opportunity to do something, and this is what happened. They gave themselves an opportunity to have a chance, and then they played hard enough to make the play at the end.
Pretty good time for Reggie's first touchdown of the season, huh?
Yeah, it was a good time to do it. I mean, it was like one of those deals where I saw the ball tipped, and it just went directly to him. It was just it's kind of a surreal moment. It's one of those things that, obviously you remember something like that for the rest of your life.
Obviously with a big emotional win like that, and you pointed out, maybe not our best game in a season like this, a special season, you got to win some of these. But how much do you just kind of just take, like, hey, at least we won this one, and we'll kind of learn some lessons?
Again, it's the objective is to win. And we told them last week we didn't. We won by 23 last week, and we were mad. And we went on a Hail Mary this week, and I think we've got to enjoy it. Because at the end of the day, the mission is to win the game, and we completed the mission. But there's going to be a lot of things that we can do better, and lots of opportunities to coach our guys and corrections that we can make. And clearly we're going to have to play better next week against TCU, and I think we will. It's hard to win on the road. This is a good football team. These guys are going to win a bunch of games, but they have. I mean, it's like we talked to our team about. I mean, these guys have won more bowl games in the last 7 years than we have in the last 55. And so, I mean, they know how to win. They know what it takes. Good job, man. Probably. Just got to keep battling. Yes, sir. Good job. Love you too, man. It's just, surreal. But we'll take it. I mean, we'll take it, and we're glad we won, and we'll learn from it and get better.
Any extra significance considering you started your coaching here? A couple of your coaches played for you here.
Yeah, I mean, not really. I mean, once the game starts, it's just about football, and it's about your players and trying to win. I hate it for Skip. I got a lot of respect for Skip, and I hate for him to lose a game like that. I hate for Louisiana Tech to lose a game like that, just because I have a love and a respect for this university and this town and these people, and it's hard. It's hard for them. I've been on that other end of it before, and it's not fun. They got a great football team, and like I said, they probably outplayed us and outcoached us, but we made a play at the end.
This ranks pretty high on Rustin memories for you. This play.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like I said, it's yes. Yeah, it does. It does for sure.
When's the last time you won a game at any school or at any level on a last play like that?
Well, I mean, we've won on the last play of the game a bunch. Field goal normally, but I mean, I think you can go back to last year, probably Tulane, and several times last year we won on the last play of the game, maybe, but it was not a Hail Mary. I think I don't recall ever winning one on a Hail Mary before. Just the way that thing played out, it was never been a part of this side of it.
In all the mayhem on the field after the game, did you get to Reggie? And if so,
I did,
what did you tell him?
I did tell him. I just said, hey man, that's why you keep showing up. That's why you do stuff the right way when it's hard, and that's why you do it, so you can be in the right position, at the right time, and they can play like that. So that's what's great. That's what's the fun thing about being a football coach. You still remember these kids are college kids, they're young people. I'm hoping that this will give them, some experience and something to rely on the rest of their lives when things aren't going great. They can look back and say, hey, didn't look good that day in Ruston, but we just kept doing our job and kept showing up, and something good happened in the end.